Good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brooklyn Tea Party October 23rd meeting. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Before we start, let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Today we are in the latter days of the midterm elections. So we must all go out and vote. Please tell your friends, family, deceased relatives, if you're a Democrat, to come out to vote and, vote early and vote often. Right? No, just kidding. Okay, that's what the other side does. We do it legally. Okay, so.
Which is the problem. No.
Yeah, maybe. So we got to make sure we get out the vote. It's very important. We are outnumbered in the city. The latest poll, I forget which the polling agency did for the Zeldin race, but he is up by 45.6 and 45.3 for our beautiful, illustrious Governor Hochul, who's done wonders for the side of stupidity, right? She's done wonders for those people because the city and state is out of control. The amount of crime, grime, and everything else that is disgusting has festered so much in the last year and a half or 2 years, especially with our wonderful Mayor Adams, who's doing a great job of making sure the subway crime is up 41%. I mean, that's just great. Who could think that someone could be worse than de Blasio? Well, he found a way to do it. So de Blasio is saying, wow, I think they're going to build me a statue. So hopefully, if they do, we can knock that one down. But at the end of the day, we cannot be silent. We got to voice our opinions, of course, legally. But we got to stand up and say, listen, enough is enough. You have a lot of campaigns. We're going to have a campaign. Someone running for office here. We got to help out these candidates. We got to go out to vote. We got to be out in the streets, handing out palm cards. I know a lot of you have done that. Ramon, he does that. Ramon comes from New Jersey. He comes over here and he helps out candidates here, Pennsylvania. He's all over the place. So thank you for your efforts in helping out in these campaigns. It's very important. So we definitely need this type of leadership from all of us. You know, one person could only do so much, but if there's many of us, we could make a difference, and it's very important that we do so. Other housekeeping notes, we are, if there's, you want to do the nominations for anything? Anyone still?
Now or later?
Is this the last day for that?
This is, we're doing it now or afterwards?
You can do it quickly, if there's anything on the
We're
table.
filming.
I know, it's okay. Any others about the nominations of the club?
So, you wanna,
No?
you should go, wait, you should go through positions.
Yeah, well, currently the positions, all positions are up for grabs. You have to be a member in good standing, which is being a paid member of the Brooklyn Tea Party. Membership dues are $10. So if anyone is wanting to run for these positions, today is, I believe, the last day, right?
Yes,
Today is the
so,
last day for those nominations.
well, yeah,
We could do that at the end.
okay, do it
you know,
after the
just putting
speaker.
it out.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so
So
let's
think
keep that-
about it, and think
keep that
about
in
it,
mind.
yes.
All right, so, what happened?
I'm going to tell a story at the end.
You can always tell a story. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Michael Novakhov. He's running for the 45th Assembly District. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a...
Hello, Brooklynites.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
How you doing? You know, we all came, you know, this country is a country of immigrants, and I came...
Legal immigrants.
Legal.
Legal immigrants.
That's a good point, yes. And by the way, people are, I speak with people and they say, well, you guys Republican, you don't want immigrants here, but we're immigrants too. And I'm asking them, how did you come to this country? Did you cross the border illegally from Mexico, or did you, like, so there's so many legal ways to become a citizen, to become a legal resident of this country. This is just, one of the issues, and I'm concentrating on the, but this issue became ours, definitely, because like, I think this weekend, they put over 100 refugees to a Bayview hotel on Emmons Avenue, which is bad for both sides, for the residents. No one asked residents, are you guys okay with that? You're right with that? Just nobody asked them. Nobody asked refugees, are you okay, going there? Because I feel sorry for both sides. So we're immigrants, but I mean, of course I feel sorry. And hey, American veterans, some of the American veterans, homeless veterans that live out on the street, no one gives them a chance to go to the motel or hotel. Yeah.
Have all the amenities.
Yeah. Exactly. So what's happening is I came from a farmer socialist country. Now I call it a fascist country. I can't call it anything else under Putin regime. So I came from a socialist country, and all Russians came from socialist country, and they know exactly what socialism is. They know we never felt communism because this is utopia. But we came to a capitalist country, to the country of common sense, to have our future here. Now, this city turns to a city of nonsense, city of not having a common sense. It's not about politics anymore. It's not about party anymore. It's not about being Republican or Democrats or conservative. It's just about common sense. That's it. Because my daughter, she's 13 years old, and she asks me, hey Dad, what is the lottery for, like a school lottery? Schools for gifted and talented? She was like, so if I'm gifted and talented, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go to the school for gifted and talented because someone wins a lottery and goes there and he's not gifted and talented at the same time? And I'm like, yeah, it's totally not fair. It totally doesn't make any sense at all. So instead of trying to raise the level of the education for the minorities, we are doing. I mean, not we, but the Democrats that rule the state and the city. They're trying to lower the level of education from gifted and talented kids to the medium level, so we could be equal. What could be more stupid than that? We hear a lot of things about equality lately, but it has nothing to do with equality. It just has to do something with stupidity and absence of common sense. Crime is everywhere. Like everything you see, everything you touch, everything you do. I was just driving over Ocean Parkway, speed cameras on every block. Why do you need speed cameras at every block?
Ridiculous.
And I was driving Queens Boulevard. I found myself in a very strange situation where there was a speed camera and a red light camera. So I had to choose between, giving it a gas and getting a speed ticket, or, passing the red light and getting a red. There was no other chance,
Hey,
right?
choices, choices.
Choices, exactly. City of choice, right? Which ticket? Which fine do you want? Red light camera or speed camera? Which one do you want?
It's like a photo shoot.
Exactly. So, and we know the statistics. The statistics say that the fatalities on the roads they didn't go down since they installed the cameras. So we all understand that this is another way of taking our money. and we're so tired of it. Everybody wants our money. Come on, stop it. New Yorkers are tired of getting robbed every day on the street, every day, this, that. Give us some fresh air. We cannot breathe anymore. It's impossible. And where did this money go to? The money that they, millions that they make on the cameras. Well, but first, to the companies that maintain those cameras, that build and maintain those cameras. Who are these companies? Who are the owners of these companies? Are they related somehow to, right? I want to find out that. My opponent, Steven Simbrowitz, who has been assemblyman in the 45th district for 20 years, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So he is so desperate to keep the seat that he calls my ex-employees and asks them if they can tell something bad about me so they can use it against me. Right, yeah, that's what happens. And they call me and ask Michael, I'm friends even with my ex-employees. And they ask me, Michael, what should they tell him? And I'm telling them, tell him everything you know about me. Just everything you know about me, tell them. Because I didn't do anything bad. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't, stole anything. I didn't do anything that I'm ashamed of. So just tell them I fired you if you want to. And why he's so desperate, and why he got, I think, over 250,000 in donations for this campaign, because companies and people who support him, they're doing business with him, and this is so obvious. So they're doing huge donations, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. Like, why would you donate $20,000 to a politician? Just because you like him? I don't think so. So why they're afraid to lose the seat? Because can you imagine how much stuff is going to go up that was done within the 20 years he was sitting there? That's their, that this is what they're scared of. Now, of course, I cannot prove, the things I say. This is my, but if I'll be elected, I will definitely go and see what was done and what's going on there. I don't believe that sitting 20 years in one place would do anything good for any community, for any country, for any city. Look at Russia.
Yeah.
Putin is sitting for 20 years there.
Yeah.
I called Simbrowitz Putin, No, he's not, of course. Nothing in the word that Putin. So, I'm not a politician. I'm not a professional politician. About a year ago, I own a radio station. This is my station, 104.7, Freedom Tower. We broadcast from Freedom Tower. I'm very proud to be a business owner. I'm very proud to run a radio station in New York City, which is not easy. It's an ethnic Russian language radio station. And about a year ago, I was approached by a couple of Republican city council candidates. They advertised with us. They won. I received a call from Ted Gora, Brooklyn GOP chairman. He just called to thank me. And he said, "Hey, Mike, why don't you run?" I'm like, "What?" Then he said, think about it. Just think about it. Then I received a call from a former assemblyman, Alec Krasny, from former Senator David Starobin. So we had a meeting, and they explained to me why it is important, why, do they need me, and why I do have a lot of chances to win. because the Russian community is primarily Republican and conservative. For which reason? Because we came from the socialist country. We know what socialism is. Of course, you cannot compare the socialism that we had in the USSR and the socialism of the American Democrats. Those are different animals, definitely. But we see the trend. We see where it's going to, and this is no good. So I decided to run. It was a tough decision. It's a very winnable seat. I'm doing everything to win this seat. I don't need publicity. I'm working on air for 20 years. The whole Russian community knows me. I'm not desperate for publicity, like many candidates that run even if they know they cannot win the seat. So I really want to do. I really want the common sense to come in my district, in our city, and in our country. And I was amazed by the voting statistics. Ali Krasny showed it to me. So when we elected, not we, other people of course, elected Bill de Blasio the second time, do you have an idea how many people voted? Just give me a number. No, I mean percentage. What's the percentage of people?
Probably a quarter.
8.5%.
Oh, the second time.
That amazed me. So
8.5% voted
in the second,
Eligible
term,
voters.
right? Eligible, of course.
Eligible
Yeah,
voters.
of course. 8.5%. So 8.5%
One out of
of New
10.
Yorkers dictate us how to live. This is the most problem we have right now. I mean, there's so many people, Republicans, Democrats, Conservatives, just name it, that understand that there is no common sense in what's going on right now in New York City. I'm not even talking about crime. I mean, everybody knows that. This is insane. The cashless bail reform, insane, absolutely insane. So what we need to do, we need to call our friends, our relatives, and just tell them, even over the air, I'm saying, guys, I'm not telling you vote for me, vote. Just go vote with your heart. If you feel that you want to vote for me, vote for me. If you feel you want to vote for someone else, vote for someone else. But vote, you have to use your vote. If you don't use your vote, you can't complain. That's it. It's easy as that. So I'm asking everybody, please vote, please vote, please vote. If we all will vote, if the majority of legal voters will vote, we will win the city, we will win the state. I know this for sure. And Democrats did everything, so we do.
Why do you think there's such apathy about voting?
What is it? Okay, yeah, I understand the question. I think Republicans don't vote because they think, hey, it doesn't make any sense to vote here. No, don't change it. They're not going to choose it anyway. And Democrats don't vote because they're going to, choose Democrat anyway. So, it's a kind of
Well, they thought that in 2016
it's a very strange situation.
in certain states.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that I'm working with the medical-free party. But what are you going to do about the vaccines? This is terrible that they want to force children.
Right.
And they should dismantle the CDC.
I think that
Should dismantle.
I'm totally against mandates, and it should be. I was doing vaccines for the seasonal flu, and I think it's good. It's good for me. It worked for me, not all the time, but it did. I talked with doctors that listen. A doctor I know, a friend of mine, he said, it's safer if you do the vaccine, even if you get sick.